Dubai, a city of supertalls, artificial islands and global ambition, built in what feels like the blink of an eye. But to understand how it happened, we have to rewind the coastline of the Arabian Gulf, back to a creek, a desert edge, and a trading horizon. These visuals are AI reconstructions inspired by historical accounts and period references. Long before highways and glass towers, this shore was defined by heat, tides, and a narrow inlet that offered something rare along an exposed coast: shelter. Small communities lived with the seasons, fishing near the shallows, tending animals, and building simple homes from palm fronds and local materials. That inlet, Dubai Creek, became a natural harbour. Not a grand port yet, but a working waterway where boats could anchor, goods could move, and a settlement could breathe. For generations, the sea meant pearls. Divers dropped into the water with stone weights and steady nerves, while crews waited above, because one good season could feed families, fund trade, and pull merchants toward the creek. On shore, commerce gathered into lanes and markets: spices, cloth, tools, timber, small deals and big risks written into ledgers and negotiated face-to-face day after day. Dubai sat within a coastline tied to maritime routes and shifting agreements, where security on the water mattered, and trade depended on stability, timing, and relationships across the Gulf. As the town grew, so did the need to protect it. Fortified structures and watchtowers signalled permanence. Dubai wasn't just passing traffic anymore, it was becoming a place people relied on. By the early 1900s, the creek could fill with dhows. Pearl fleets came and went, merchants inspected goods in the sun, and the shoreline felt crowded, not with skyscrapers, but with momentum. Then the engine faltered. The 1930s brought a collapse in the pearl economy, pressured by global downturns and the rise of cultured pearls. Stalls emptied, income vanished, and a sea-based livelihood suddenly looked fragile. Dubai adapted by leaning harder into what the creek had always offered. Trade, goods moved, warehouses worked, and the town survived by staying useful through buying, selling, and re-exporting. Mid-century, modernization accelerated. Basic administration, an airstrip, better roads, small steps that signalled a bigger plan. If Dubai couldn't rely on one commodity, it would build the system that made many businesses possible. In 1966, oil was discovered offshore. It wasn't endless wealth on its own, but it provided capital, leverage and speed, and Dubai chose to invest that advantage into building a diversified future. Roads, electricity, ports, construction became a language the city spoke fluently, and the landscape shifted from sand and low buildings into concrete, cranes and logistics. Ports became strategy made visible: bigger ships, faster handling, deeper capacity, turning geography into advantage and trade into a long-term identity. In 1971, the United Arab Emirates formed, reshaping the region's political and economic framework. Dubai's next chapter would be written at a larger scale, locally rooted, globally aimed. From the 1980s into the 1990s, the city leaned into services, aviation, finance, and business infrastructure, building districts designed to attract companies, talent, and international networks. Then came icons meant to broadcast a message. Dubai's open, modern, and ambitious, where luxury was not only consumption, but marketing, identity, and global positioning. Mega-projects pushed the idea further, reshaping coastline and skyline alike, with engineered neighbourhoods and a new kind of urban spectacle that drew attention far beyond the Gulf. In 2010, Burj Khalifa became the tallest statement in the city's story, proof that Dubai could execute at extreme scale and that its future would be defined by what it dared to attempt. Through the 2010s and into the 2020s, Dubai expanded its role as a global meeting point, tourism, transport, culture and major events, welcoming the world and competing for attention. And still the creek remains, older than the towers behind it. Dubai's transformation didn't erase its origins, it layered them. A harbour town turned trade hub, turned global city, built on geography, risk and relentless reinvention.